brighten up those already bright mornings. Wheeler, Ollie, and Lecter. Mornings at the Cabin.
Mornings at the Cabin. Wheeler and Lecter with you on your Thursday morning. I slept in and just got here. But you know what? It looks like the intro dropped about a minute early. So here we are. A little out of breath. Ran down the street. We're here with Jaya. It's a beautiful morning. It's crisp. It's a crisp fall morning. That's what it is. And we're about to get ready to get into the show. A nice relaxed show, I think, today. We have a very special guest. We talked about her earlier this week. She brought us cookies. She made dog treats. Her name's Bridget. And she's very concerned about your nut allergy.
Mornings at the Cabin, the podcast.
So in the last couple of days, we've been talking about mudslinging, obviously. And it appears that Justin Trudeau took some of that mud, wiped it on his face, and went to a party. This is about 18 years ago, 2001. Time printed a photo of him at a Arabian Nights.
Almost unrecognizable.
Where he's at West Point Grey Academy. Almost unrecognizable. He went full face.
Yeah,
like
he committed.
Like, wow. So obviously not a good look.
No,
not a great look. That's not something you should be doing. He's apologized for it and said, and when he was asked that if he'd ever done it before, again he said one other time, and I'm sorry for that too. And then this morning it came out that maybe there's a third time. So he's kind of he's just it's not good. It's not good. So of course on social media, conservatives and conservative supporters just taking full advantage of this because this is not good. This is SNC Lavalin scandal. Now this, right into the election, very conveniently timed after the election was called, within 30 days of the election. That makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, it's gross. It sucks.
Yeah.
And, everybody's saying how shocked and disappointed they are, blah, 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 blah. And, I mean, absolutely. It showed a lack of thought, a lack of care. And it was oblivious. There was obliviousness there.
It's interesting seeing people's reactions because, most liberal supporters or people who still like Justin Trudeau were probably, there's been a few things like the whole SNC Lavalin thing. It's just like, well, that's not great. But like at the same time, I'm not super shook by that.
As scandals go, the SNC Lavalin one rates below, I don't know.
A very Canadian
right around
scandal.
Obama's tan suit. It's a very Canadian. I mean, it's not. It obviously it is serious. Like exerting your power in order to get things done is in that way is not good.
Yeah.
But it's about as milquetoast as a Canadian scandal gets.
Yeah.
It's not silencing scientists. It's not gutting Veterans Affairs or anything like that, which is all legal but also terrible. So this on top of that, it's just like anyone who's still a supporter is like, come on, man.
Well, exactly.
Are you serious?
Everyone was kind of like, well, I mean, that's not great, but, I can get past that if, there's some justification at least for what was being attempted there. And then
Justification.
Very nice. And then this comes out and it's just like,
come on, man. And it's just, I mean, he was in 2001. How old was he? He was, he's 20 or something like that. Just a stupid thing to do for a young man to do.
Yeah.
Huge blind spots. 2001. I mean, obviously there's, we knew that blackface and brownface was bad a long time ago.
Yeah.
So it's, there's not really an excuse for it. He's apologized for it.
Well, especially someone in, his position, right?
Of course.
Like someone who, even if at that time he didn't envision
he's still
that he was
Canadian royalty,
exactly.
Right?
Even if
that
he didn't
time
envision,
he's still a very privileged, very upper crust young man.
Yeah, probably you have all the resources and means to be aware of this sort of thing, but the fact that you're not it gives a very out of touch feeling. And
he's 20. 20-year-olds nowadays, no, they absolutely know, and they did know then. This is not an excuse, but it's just at the same time, he's still a young man, and he made a stupid choice. He did, and I mean, it's a stupid choice that he is definitely now going to have to pay for.
Yeah.
And Jagmeet Singh coming out and saying that he needs to answer for what happened. And he got choked up in some of the interviews saying, like, don't give up on Canada. Like, we're still good and all this stuff. And like, that's taking it a bit far. But then Andrew Scheer,
comes out
and says, of course, everyone's going to take full advantage of it. Because if you don't, then you might as well not be in the election. Right. If you're not going to take advantage of this stuff. So Andrew Scheer comes out and says he's, shocked and deeply disappointed. And said, shows Trudeau's lack of judgment and integrity. 18 years ago. Right. So 2001 showed his lack of judgment and integrity. Absolutely. 18 years ago, that's right. He says wearing brown face is an open act of open mockery and racism. It was just as racist in 2001 as it is in 2019. He's absolutely correct. Yeah. He's absolutely correct. However, here's the thing about this. We should take this seriously as we took his comments about gay marriage in 2006. And not to like play parties against each other and do this thing, but what's interesting about watching the reaction to this, especially amongst conservatives and conservative supporters, is that like, see, just another reason for this guy, blah, blah, blah. I always knew this guy was this. I always knew this guy, and blah, blah, blah. It's just like, but last week or the last few weeks, we've been talking about comments that Andrew Scheer made in 2006 about gay marriage not being a thing, shouldn't be a thing, and how he doesn't believe in gay marriage. And like, brownface is very serious. Mm-hmm. Not believing that certain people have rights in order, like the same rights as other people. Also not believing that other people don't have rights as other people. Yeah, is I would say worse. Yeah. But I mean, again, I shouldn't speak to it because well,
neither are great.
No, neither are great. Sure. But I mean, like, if we're going to take this seriously, then why aren't we taking? I mean, the one side is taking the Scheer's comments seriously, but I mean, if you're going to get all up in a tizzy about the brown face, which you should, then you better call him to question for what he said in 2006. Because if it's just as racist in 2001 as it is that today, that means your comments are just as valid. Yeah. Or you made those comments in 2006, and they're just as bad as they are today.
So both sides still suck.
Both sides are garbage.
That's
the thing. Both sides are garbage. Yeah. One of them is less garbage. One garbage pile is saying things that I like more than the other garbage pile. Right. Because one garbage pile is saying we should pay for you should have a base income, healthcare, education for everybody, all those things. Like even Jagmeet Singh is saying universal dental care, which I'm fully for because it doesn't make any sense that dental care isn't covered by the Healthcare Act. It doesn't make any sense at all. So yeah, but I mean, it's just playing back and forth against who's done the worst thing most recently.
Yeah. The most interesting thing to me is, like, again, getting back to some of the reactions from people. Like, I don't know if you're watching the CBC Facebook Live, and Trudeau was answering questions on an airplane.
On an airplane.
For some reason.
It wasn't a bus. He's upgraded.
Yeah. What's going on there?
Yeah, he got on the plane. He got on an Air Canada Jazz flight, which is basically like taking the bus.
So I've seen a lot of people's comments underneath, and there were people who are just like, geez, like, what are you doing? And then there are other people who are presumably liberal or Justin Trudeau supporters, being like, what's the big deal?
Yeah,
and
it's like yeah. But I mean,
it's a big deal.
But those people are maybe like because you can't read what people's reactions are on typing. Those people may be coming from the same place that conservative supporters are coming for Andrew Scheer, right?
Well,
what's the big deal? It was 13 years ago, and he's changed his tune. Can a person learn and grow? It's like, yep, they can.
That's what I find. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So interesting about it,
right? So like, what's the big deal? It happened 18 years ago, is what they're saying, and maybe they're saying that in response to cons saying, what's the big deal? He said no gay marriage 13 years ago. Yeah. And then he said it again a few years ago. What's the big deal? It was years ago. Yeah. So that's what they've been saying about that, which is a very controversial issue. So maybe liberal supporters are kind of just echoing that sentiment and saying, blah. Again.
Which is just so disingenuous.
It is, of course. The whole thing is disingenuous. This whole thing is disingenuous. This is all talking points and canned speech and all prepared. And no one is thinking on their feet. No one's like, you know what I mean? Like, this whole thing is such I hate to say dog and pony show, because it is important. This is an important election. This is going to determine where we go for the next few years, like every election does. But this one feels a bit more. Yeah. It's just like swinging back all the way right. Yeah. Is what it's feeling like.
What I don't want to go
back. I'd like to go back into the middle somewhere. Yeah. Where we like to be, where Canada was for a very long time.
What I would like to see come out of this is everyone come together.
Human rights
on
for
both
everybody.
sides.
That's right.
over Justin Trudeau's blunder.
Yeah.
And remind us all that all us privileged white folks either were racist 18 years ago or maybe still are racist now.
He's still racist.
And be better in the future.
That's right.
That's
right.
all we can really hope for.
Listen, I can apologize for what just happened, and I move forward and learn. And if I do it again, I'll apologize again.
These things are infinite.
They just keep going. The cycle continues, and we never learn a damn thing. So I guess we'll see how this plays out. I mean, obviously, it's going to have an effect on vote. I wonder, but the thing is, it's not going to have the effect that, like, oh, I was a liberal, and now I can't vote for him, so I'm going to go vote for Scheer. Like, if you're actually staunchly a liberal, you're not going to switch sides. Maybe if you're on the fence, yes, but also, I don't think anyone's voting for the NDP. So I don't know what to do.
Communist Party.
I mean, I'm running for Rhino Dino, I think. So the Rhino Party is looking for candidates. They want to ride 355 candidates. It's all free.
It's only one man you can trust now.
That's right.
One person,
That's right.
I should say.
Right. Who?
Jesse Wheeler.
That's right.
Deputy MLA.
Deputy MLA for the city of Yellowknife.
It's time to choose.
It's time to choose a side. Hashtag we are 20.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast was recorded before a sort of live, thankfully not in the studio, audience.
So I said, I thought he was like 20 when this happened.
Yeah.
And I was just reading more up on it. Obviously, I need to do more research. 29. My math is terrible. He's 29 years old.
Yeah.
And he also that night sang a blackface version of Harry Belafonte's The Banana Boat Song, which we all know as Deo.
Yeah.
So I am picturing that in my mind. And it's reprehensible. It's abhorrent.
It's not great.
It also sounds hilarious in my mind. Just him going full like Harry Belafonte accent in black. Oh God.
Ooh.
It's just it's
cringeworthy.
It's cringeworthy. It's almost too much to be believed. And at the same time, I've probably seen something like that in my day. And been like,
in Vancouver.
Oh God. What is going on? I've definitely seen someone do karaoke Deo and done it with the accent.
Right, leaned into it.
Leaned right into it,
Yeah.
but they weren't wearing brown face.
Was it AJ?
Yeah.
Oh!
Hi, AJ.
Hi.
When are you gonna?
It wasn't me.
When are you gonna? When are you gonna be? When are you gonna apologize for singing Deo in full accent?
Now, I guess. I'm
No,
sorry.
I mean, and hey, we're having fun, but it is a serious thing, but it's an election thing as well, which is why I'm a little cynical about it. It's not a good look. It's not. And then there's this third picture. So there's two pictures from the same party, and then there's a third instance apparently.
Yeah,
that is like a really grainy photo from a video from years ago. It could be him. I guess they say it's him, but I mean, from the video, from the grainy picture,
he's
like,
fully acknowledged.
that one. The third one, he acknowledged the two.
Oh yeah.
Didn't acknowledge the third.
Oh,
yet.
okay.
So I imagine at some point on his Air Canada Jazz flight, wherever he's going, he will have some sort of thing.
Well, look out for that CBC Facebook Live.
No doubt.
You have to acknowledge it.
Of course.
I mean, if there's a picture of you in there
Oh,
with
yeah.
blackface, you can't be like, I don't think that's me.
No, I don't think, because then if it comes out,
That
it
looks
is,
like
yeah.
a black guy.
Yeah.
Although if
No,
he
it's
doesn't
not.
acknowledge it, there's some author that's just waiting. It's just like, don't acknowledge it. I want to write a book called The Third Book. It's going to be a huge seller in Canada. Or sorry, the third picture, not the third book.
I think in any politician's background, though, you could probably pull something.
Well,
like that.
and that's the
Whereas
thing.
they were, when it's like a Mexican, like they wore a sombrero for Halloween or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you could definitely pull up something.
Also, he is still at fault, obviously. Also, having an Arabian Nights gala, also not a good look.
No.
It's also just not that's not a great thing to do either.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're half your staff is probably
Maybe he
white.
didn't even want to go.
Yeah.
Maybe his buddy was just like, nah, it'll be fun. You're being too sensitive.
Yeah.
Justin's
Here's
like,
some black shoe polish.
all right, let's go for
Rub
it.
this all over your body.
Come on, man. I want to go as George W. No, not that again.
No. So I mean, that's going to continue. I guess we'll see what comes of that.
We were talking off air about it, of course, obviously, because like this is what's going on in Canada today.
It is. It's the biggest story in the news right now.
And we were talking about the Facebook Live when he was answering questions, and I just remember there was at one point watching, and one of the reporters yells at him, "Why is this coming out now?" and the look on his face was just like, I have so many answers for that.
Yeah.
But here's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah. Why is this coming on now? What? This is against me. Why are you asking me that?
Do you think I put this out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some people are saying that. Like, there's some people on Facebook who are saying this is the liberals leaked this in order to something. I have no idea. To confess, to
try
get out
and-
in front of it,
To try and sway some of the racist voters
That's right.
on their side?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Some of those
Look how relatable
some of
this
those
guy
deep racist conservative supporters or deep racists in Canada are like, hey, this is my kind of guy.
You know what? Their votes count.
That's right.
I'd like to see that campaign, though, where they just go out and list all the things they believe they've done wrong in their life.
That's where we're heading. That is absolutely where we're heading, because this is what it's become about. It's not becoming about platforms or policy. It's becoming about who's the better person or who is perceived to be the better person.
Right.
And it's been that way kind of since like TV kind of took over. You used to have to listen to speeches and actually take in information. And ever since like the Nixon-Kennedy debates in like 1960, where Nixon's like just deuced in sweat and JFK's just like, I'm having an affair with Marilyn Monroe. Yeah! You know? It's one of those things.
Oh, man. What a mess.
It is a mess.
What an
But I
absolute
mean,
mess.
that is where we're heading. This is like, I'm going to run. I'm running for, you know what? Here we are. I'm running for deputy MLA. I'm going to start listing all the things I've done wrong.
Oh, man.
Wait, I thought this is why you didn't want to run for city council, because you didn't want all the things you've done wrong to come
No, but
out.
I mean, if this is where we're heading, let's get out and let's get out ahead of it.
Get out of it.
We should save this for another break.
Okay, let's
I
save
mean,
it for another.
we should definitely go to music and then come back to this.
Well, we
list.
got Bridget coming in a few minutes, so we're going to talk to Bridget.
Let's ask Bridget about all the things she's done wrong.
Okay.
Scenes from the cabin.
It's nice to see you again, Father.
I remember you now. The so-called art dealer.
I'm glad you got your memory back. You're going to need it. Where's the stones?
I don't know. Even if I did, I wouldn't tell someone like you.
Why? What's wrong with me?
I try to serve life, but you only seem to want to destroy it.
Oh, Father, you're so wrong. Let me explain. Life, which you so nobly serve, comes from destruction and chaos. Take this empty glass. Here it is, peaceful, serene, boring. But if it is destroyed, well, look at all these little things. So busy now. So now notice how each one is useful. What a lovely ballet ensues, so full of form and color. Now think of all these people that created them. Technicians, engineers, people who can feed their children tonight so those children can grow up big and strong and have teeny tiny children of their own, and so on. Thus adding to the great chain of life.
Water. Fruit.
You see, Father,
Cherry.
by creating a little destruction, I'm actually encouraging life. In reality, you and I are in the same business. Cheers.
Where's the robot to pat you on the back? Or the engineer, or their children, maybe. There. You see how all your so-called power counts for nothing? How your entire empire of destruction comes crashing down, all because of one little cherry.
You saved my life. And in return, I'll spare yours. For now.
You're a monster, Zorg.
I know.
Scenes from the cabin.
Know the movie? Submit your guess to mailbox@cabinradio.ca or send us a message on Facebook for your chance to win gift certificates to some awesome Yellowknife restaurants, including Zehabesha, the Monkey Tree Pub, the Woodyard Eatery, Copper House Restaurant, and Javaroma. Listen to Cabin Radio every weekday to win, or download the Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
Wheeler and Lecter with you on your Thursday morning, joined by two guests. AJ's still here. He will not leave. And that's fine. He's the GM.
Yep.
Hey, AJ?
I'm not leaving.
Okay, good.
I'm having fun.
We also have a very special guest, someone who just moved into the office down the hallway at Wilfrid Laurier. So far, she's the most awkward person I've met. I'm not. I'm joking. She says she is, but she's actually not. And she's brought us treats the last few days. She is who we were talking about the other day. Nut allergy. Bridget Rusk. Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Thank you for. And this morning she brought in banana chocolate chip muffins, which are ooey gooey good.
And we are being tested on.
That's right.
Because she thought they might be undercooked.
They are.
There's always something with the stuff you bring in.
That's right.
Either it might kill you, Because I didn't tell you it has an allergy. Might be undercooked. You might get salmonella.
Salmonella.
You can't, no.
From an undercooked muffin?
Undercooked.
I suppose.
There's definitely egg in them. So.
Yeah, but I mean, the egg is probably...
Wait, there's egg?
Just that the
I'm
dough...
allergic to egg.
Oh, Bridget! I'm allergic to muffins.
Not again.
This is what my awkwardness brings to the room. I'm so sorry.
You're awkward. By awkwardness, you mean like staying up all night baking and bringing in treats?
You know what?
Super awkward.
If you combat your awkwardness with giving us baked goods every day, then awkward away.
That's right.
Continue being awkward.
Thank you.
Bridget, you're absolutely new to town. In fact, you moved here at the beginning of September and then immediately left for a family vacation to Orlando, in which you didn't go to Walt Disney World, so we'll get into that. But you're back. Tell everybody what you do here. You're working over at Wilfrid Laurier.
Yeah.
And you are part of the team over there. What do you do?
Yeah, so essentially we're a research office, and my title is the Water Quality Research Associate. So there's a group of us who work with different faculty and students and government groups and community groups. And so a bunch of different projects kind of relating to permafrost, climate change, work in town.
So you just work in myths, is what climate change is. A hoax. So you're part of that.
It's cyclical.
Yeah, so just helping systemic...
hoaxes.
Yeah, working towards certain beliefs, aka facts.
Partisan beliefs.
That's right, exactly right. Partisan. So obviously you're one party and we are another. I'm joking. How is the water quality? Have you had a chance to check it out yet?
Well, I mean, since I'm just joining, I haven't been able to participate myself yet. But I was just looking at a report yesterday, and it kind of depends on the size of the lakes around town and kind of basically how far away they are from town.
What's the worst lake right now? Go.
What do you mean by worst? What's
the worst quality lake?
Are you talking about metals? Are you talking about organic matter? What are you?
No, just your personal opinion.
It's your personal opinion. You've seen some lakes.
Well,
You've got some first
I walked
impressions.
by Rat Lake and it didn't smell the best.
That's where I live. That's where my house is.
Well, AJ, stop drinking that water. I've been telling you that.
I just pump it straight into the tank in my house.
Yeah, I know. And that's why you keep on growing hair in weird places.
I'm silky smooth.
Okay. That's also another reason you should stop drinking that water in Rat Lake. Okay, well, good. We know that Rat Lake is the worst.
Yeah, we could have guessed that.
I think
sure.
So.
I'm not even really sure why it's called a lake.
Yeah, it's a rat swamp.
Rat pond.
Lake is the concern here? It's called Rat Lake.
I'm just trying to narrow down what's the worst lake.
Ah, I see.
AJ.
Yeah, the one named
Rat Lake is
Rat
barely a lake.
That's right.
That's true. I think it was more of a lake at one stage.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Got smaller?
It's gone down quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you have a home there now.
That's right. That's right. You're able to have a home because Rat Lake is no longer a lake; it's a swamp.
Thank you, nature.
So you just got here at the beginning of September. Where'd you move from? Ontario?
Yes.
Of course. Now,
don't hold it against me.
I will not. Everyone in town is from this place. Is like a miniature Vancouver. Like no one is actually from here. They're all from Ontario. So you've been here just over a month, or just about a month, I guess. How have you found it so far? Have you been making friends?
I moved here because I wanted to move here. Like I found a job here because I wanted to live here.
Very nice.
I hope that is
Had you been here before?
Selling factor for me, you know.
For what?
Like for people to like me more. You know?
I don't know.
You're very defensive.
What drew you to Yellowknife? Or the North in general?
Yeah, I came for field work to Inuvik a couple years ago, and you have to fly through Yellowknife.
Okay.
And essentially, I met some really cool people as I came through. They brought me on a hike, and that kind of sold me on, I'm going to move here as soon as I can.
Wow.
That's all it takes.
And yeah.
Hey, come on a hike. Well, I guess I'll move here now. All right, fair enough.
Thanks to those people. They've been feeding us for the last 3 days.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Where'd you go for your first hike here?
Beyond Cameron Falls.
The Beyond.
The Beyond. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know.
We don't go there.
Yeah, we don't talk about that place.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
It was kind of just backcountry with their GPS.
Okay. Cool. Well, with a GPS. So.
That's a real hike.
That's
it's
right.
Not like,
it is.
we did the Frame Lake Trail. It was a nice hike.
That's not a hike.
It's
a paved
I don't
trail.
hike. I don't hike, man. What is a hike?
Usually upwards.
Okay.
On rocks.
That's actually good to know.
You know? Yeah. Are you dating a pilot yet?
No,
not yet.
Not yet.
Okay,
I'll keep
perfect.
you posted.
Oh, thank you very much. So you moved here.
Yeah.
You took up your post and immediately left for Orlando with your family.
Yes.
And you when I asked you where you went for vacation, you kind of went, Orlando. It's like, why? Orlando's fun.
Well,
it's like a big shopping mall, but a city.
Yeah. Well, first off, it took me 36 hours to get there.
From here.
From here when it was supposed to take me 12. So that did involve me just bawling my eyes out to a customs officer.
Naturally.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah. A story for a later time. And then, you arrive in Orlando and you definitely walk out and you just think, oh, this feels like I'm on a pool deck, like temperature wise and humidity, and people choose to live here year round. And so that was kind of the mood that I was in. But it improved because then I was with my family and we were going to the Universal theme park. So I did have a good time by the end of it. I don't want to sound ungrateful.
I mean, you still sound a little ungrateful.
Right. We're going to record this and send this to your family. Well, she's not coming with us again.
It was all right.
No, it was wonderful. I had a great time.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So you went to Universal, but you didn't go to Disney World, which is odd. But most people go to Orlando, they go to Disney World. That's where they go.
I don't know. My siblings are like teenagers, and I feel like Disney is just a very
Too cliche.
Yeah. It's also there's a lot of young people, but that was a fantastic time. We were in between hurricanes, so
it was the best time to go. That's
weather
fun.
was great.
Yeah.
And the attendance was low, so we were able to
Of course.
walk
Oh, there you
onto
go.
every ride.
Very
Oh,
nice.
nice.
That's awesome. I like
So would recommend
Hurricanes.
Go during
that. Go during hurricane season.
go
Just
during
go between
hurricane season,
hurricanes.
but between
The
hurricanes.
Very
lines are
good.
great.
That's right. Yeah.
The winds are a bit much, but the lines are great.
We got there during the eye. It was nice. Where else did you go? You went to Universal. Did you go anywhere else?
No, we just went to the
2 days at Universal, 36 hours
five
back.
days.
5 days.
5 days.
All at Universal.
All at the Universal. They have 3 parks and
How old are your siblings? You said they were teenagers.
13, 15, and 17.
Good Lord.
Wow. Every 2 years.
Every 2 years. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not
Structured.
it's a rude thing to ask, but just because you gave a hesitation
Gonna go
as if
with
there's
it
a
anyway.
nice big space between you and then a cluster of 3 siblings.
Yeah.
Is that a question?
What year were you born?
You can't ask that.
I did. I didn't ask how old she was. I asked what year she was born. I'll do the math.
Yeah, you want to
myself.
do quick math? Okay, I was born in 1994.
Good Lord. Okay, but that is
So
quite, that is
for all
quite
the
a
fast
spot.
mathers, I'm 25.
That is quite a
Yeah,
a
I
gap.
also have an older brother.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, so I have a stepdad.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Fair.
Hello, Yellowknife, and
So are
welcome
those-
to
those
me
three
and my
te-
personal life.
Are those three those 3 siblings then the younger siblings are your half siblings?
Yeah.
I have the same thing. I'm an
Oh.
only child of my parents' marriage, and then I've got three half siblings.
Well, there you go.
They're not teenagers. They're in their 50s. But yeah,
Opposite way.
1994, eh?
So, as a brand new
Please still
Northerner,
be my friends.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's,
that was Jess's first year of college.
That's
So many memories.
I was born in the 90s.
huh?
I was born in the 90s.
No one cares, AJ.
Yeah, all right. Okay, well, let's move on.
Bridget's
then.
the guest.
So, as a brand new Northerner,
Yes.
you might not be aware of this, but a lot of people come up here with a 1-year plan
Yeah.
to reap the benefits of living in the North,
Then Northern
and then
Allowance.
hightail it back home.
That's right.
Bridget, tell us this isn't your plan.
No, I moved up with whatever life possessions would fit in my Jeep and then was like, I'll see you when I see you, family.
Beautiful.
So
Which will be in 2 weeks in Orlando.
Yeah. Yay.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, my work contract is for 3 years, but
Okay.
I'm feasibly like hoping to stay beyond.
Very nice. Very nice.
Awesome.
Awesome.
My mother
Okay.
came up here for 2 months to work at the Gold Range, and she's been here for 45 years. So that's your future you have to look forward to. 45 years here.
Yeah, that's
All right.
excellent.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been here a little while. You did visit before. You made some friends. Tell us who your friends are so we can judge them on the air.
Well, all of my friends are science people who aren't here right now because they're all
Out on the land.
out on field work. Yeah.
Describe
Okay.
science people.
Yeah.
Where were they made?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's
Mostly
there's
Ontario.
Casey in my office who I work with.
Oh, yeah. No,
Uh,
she's bad news.
Oh no, he
He's bad news.
yeah. And then Ashley from...
You don't actually have to list your friends. I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. This is how I'm awkward.
No, that's fun. That's cool. Well, I mean, welcome to the city. Welcome to the building. This is we have a tight knit little community in this building.
Yeah.
Make sure you do your kitchen work because we get lambasted on that a lot.
Yep. Sign up on the KKK sheet.
Yeah, I saw that.
Stop calling it that.
And we signed up for
The
December.
kitchen cleaning crew.
Yeah. Wait a second. 2 of those start with C. Okay.
And final get to know Bridget question for me this morning.
Very nice.
We've been talking all morning about the Justin Trudeau blackface pictures. I'm sure you've seen them. You haven't seen them? Okay.
Yes.
You looked at
I'm
me
just
wide-eyed
I'm
what
just
did
very
he do
nervous
now?
about where
Just a mild
this is going to
hesitation
go
of like,
to.
oh my God.
Well, so
what?
we've been talking off air, and we were like, we've all done bad things in the past.
That's right.
We all went through our awful things off the air.
And
it was before you got here.
And to preface this, I am running for deputy MLA for the 20th member of the Legislative
Okay, well,
Assembly.
I can't vote, but...
I know. Either can I.
Yes, calm down, Jess.
But we were going to list all the things that I've done bad, just so
Okay.
people know, for transparency. So I'm going to get you guys to do it. So that's
No,
why
we already did it. We need to hear Bridget's
No, I know, but I'm going to do it later.
3 awful things
3!
that you've done.
The top 3.
Okay, let's do it. Top 3. Top 3.
Worst things you've
ever done in your life.
Spring cookies on people without telling them there's nuts in them.
That's one
yeah,
of them.
Okay.
yeah, that's definitely
number
probably
3.
the top.
Very,
Top
very
worst
slightly
thing.
undercooked muffins.
Yeah.
Number 2.
One time I accidentally put my recycling in the garbage.
Oh my God, Bridget.
Go to a song.
Welcome.
Go to a song.
You are going to fit in well here.
Absolutely. Welcome to Yellowknife, where recycling means nothing.
So does the city.
That's right. The city does the same thing. They just bury it out there. So don't worry about that whatsoever.
Okay, we'll just stop there.
You're not that
'cause
terrible.
We don't want to make you out to be a monster.
That's right.
All right, so-
That's right. And the other thing we want to do, just before we left, we were talking off air about what crackers we are. Bridget, what kind of cracker are you?
I would have to say that I'm an arrowroot cracker because
Those are cookies. But I'll accept that. I'll accept that because I like arrowroot cookies.
Biscuits.
Biscuits. Okay, arrowroot biscuit. AJ?
Oh, geez. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Triscuit.
All right.
You stole my answer.
No,
but
I
you
said
could have
it
a flavored
before you.
Triscuit.
I said it before you. You
Okay.
stole my answer.
All right. I
All
thought
right,
you
go
said
ahead.
a Ritz.
Just pick your cracker.
Okay, well, I'll go with the Ritz now because I'm pretty sure that was what AJ said.
Nice choice of Ritz.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm a Breton cracker smeared in triple cream brie.
Yeah, great.
I'm whole wheat and white cheese.
That's great.
That's what I am. Wonderful. Wheeler with you throughout the rest of your morning, surrounded by crackers.
The Mornings at the Cabin podcast.
A little city of color to wake you up in the morning. That's right. Mornings at the cabin. I'm not going to talk like that anymore. Wheeler, Lecter, and AJ with you on your Thursday morning. Big thanks to Bridget Russ for coming in, giving us some muffins, and sharing a little bit of her life with us. She's done some terrible things in her life, and she's been apologizing for them. And we haven't accepted that apology yet, but
We'll get there.
we'll get there. You know what, Bridget? Just keep bringing us muffins, and eventually we'll just say, you know what? The fact that you didn't recycle your things properly, it's okay.
It's just a little fresh.
Neither do the rest of us. Like, at all. It's been a fun morning this morning. Big thanks to the special guest. Tomorrow, we are going to have some tickets for the Coquet Spoken Word Festival, which I am in with my mother and Ollie. Going to have a lot of fun on Friday night. Come hear us talk story. It's going to be a ton of fun. My mom's got just lots and lots of interesting stories, and then of course she tries to drag me into them.
Is there heckling allowed?
Probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go.
Get off the stage. Something like that.
What else do you want to see?
I'll dance. I'll do it.
Why did they come to our show just to boo us?
Still
I'm looking forward to it, though. That's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night.
no sign of Chrissy, not my knee Kerrigan.
Oh.
Still not around. She said she was going to drop by yesterday, but felt that the optics would have been great.
Oh, why?
Because she works in lands.
Oh.
And, the whole
Right.
William Hagen thing.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Resigning. Because it's the honorable thing to do. It's that's another way of saying you had no choice. I think the honorable thing was the somebody letting you resign.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
They didn't
It's
want
like,
the
I'm going to
job
give you the
anyway.
day to figure out what you're going to do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't want it in the first place.
Yeah, that's right.
I never wanted to be here.
Why did you force that job on him, Jesse?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I felt like I felt like I should give him a job and pay him oodles and oodles of money.
If I've proven anything, I don't like high-paying jobs.
That's right.
As a deputy MLA, I hope that you learn to listen to people. That's my hope.
And confess everything you've ever done wrong.
But I will confess. I will make some confessions as we draw closer to the election. I'm trying to decide if I should do the really bad ones now or closer to the election. What's going to endear me to the public more?
What's going to come off as more honest?
That's right.
That's a good question. Maybe just like slowly, one at a time.
When I was 15, I would consistently steal my dad's truck at around 2:00 in the morning and drive around the city aimlessly and pick up friends of mine and go for drives. There was a girl I really liked, so I'd pick her up, and she never liked me back. Anyway, burnt out his clutch, got pulled over by the police, and was taken home.
Yikes.
At 4:00 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, and I couldn't drive his truck home because the clutch was burnt out, so it was over there right next to Tommy Forest Ballpark. Burnt out clutch, just sitting there. And I woke up my dad. I got brought home. Woke up my dad. Dad, the cops are here, and he knew exactly because he knew I was stealing his truck every night. He knew it. Never said a thing.
Yeah,
my dad was cool like that.
Yeah,
no, but he didn't say anything. He's like, I knew it. I knew you're. And so I had to pay for a new clutch. I was almost grounded. I wasn't grounded. Like I was punished, but I wasn't grounded because. And I asked him later on. Why didn't you ground me when I was 15? We were having a chat about something. And he's like, why didn't you ground me? He's like, well, you didn't do anything. So there was nothing to ground you from.
Didn't do anything.
I was 15. It was summer. He's like, you just stay at home all day. Like, well, I'm going to ground you for what? Like, what are you going to do?
Oh, you were grounding yourself.
Basically, I was just at home all day. Like, never did anything.
He's like, your life is so pathetic.
Well,
I can't even punish you.
I can't even make it worse.
Adam and I were best friends, and I think at the time he was like off in Ontario, so like I didn't hang out with anybody.
Aww.
So it was just
that is the worst punishment of all,
isn't it? Being a lonely boy.
That's
right.
Him bringing that to light was your punishment.
That's right. That's right. Listen, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. You're not grounded because you're a loser.
Are we good here? Yeah. Fix my truck.
So that's the one.
Bombshell number one in the books.
Bombshell number one.
Okay.
The very next year.
Wait.
No.
You're just gonna go for it.
I'm gonna finish the truck one.
Okay.
The very next year. I had my license. Took it out for a joyride. Went out to shoot beer bottles out of V Lake with a few friends, including one exchange student. Driving back recklessly.
Oh, jeez.
I flew off the road into a boulder and crashed my dad's truck. And there it is. No one was hurt. Thankfully. But that happened. And I left the scene of an accident there. I left it in the ditch and I walked home.
Well, once you realize you're ungroundable, why not?
No, it wasn't ungroundable. He was out of town. And that's when that happened. And so I crashed I think didn't you guys crash your dad's truck?
I crashed into the garage.
There you go.
I went into the ditch a couple times.
There you
I
go.
never actually crashed.
So we're all terrible people. Thank you.
Oh, no. There was a small ding on the garage door. That was the worst thing I did to my parents.
Awful, AJ.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah. The vehicle was fine.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I was always grounded for a small ding.
You know, someone had to bang out that dent probably.
No.
That's right.
No?
No, to
Just
this
left
day
it there.
it's still there. Yeah.
Well, I hope you have learned
as
your
a
lesson
as a
from that, Mark.
reminder.
That's right. That's right. He still get reminded of it when he comes home. He's like, look.
Yeah, nearly 30 years old.
Hey,
there it is.
Go check out the ding in the garage. Shut up, Dad.
So the confessions will come fast and furious from now on until the day we vote. And I hope that you'll see my transparency and honesty as and my vulnerability as a plus.
Honestly, Jesse, I've already forgotten.
I'm just another snowflake in the pile.
Thanks for listening. Check out more from the show at cabinradio.ca and by following the Mornings at the Cabin Facebook page.